Hi again, everyone, and I am feeling so excited to share. We are just 6 days away from the summit, and each passing day, I'm feeling all excited. And today, again, I have a special keynote speaker, Howard, with me. He's a video coach, and he will be covering a very special topic on the day of the summit. He would be sharing 10 things, 10 blunders that we do on lives, and would also be sharing solutions, how to avoid them or what to do about them. So welcome, Howard.
Thank you. Welcome. Welcome to ManMeet. This is the first time we've met, so it's lovely to meet you in the real world of Zoom.
Yeah, same here. And I love the t-shirt. He's also been on the day with Zenler.
Exactly. I'm a proud wearer of this. I was just telling you, I live in China and it took a while to arrive, but I'm a big Zenler fan and I love giving to the community and I get a lot back as well. So that's special.
Thank you so much. So Howard, will you share a little about yourself, what you do and how did you start doing it?
So I've been coaching and I've been a professional actor for around about 37 years, teaching people around the world about communication. But when I came online, ManMeet, and I entered this strange world of the frame, even though I've been on Bond movies and I've done card tricks for the late Michael Jackson, I was lost and I found myself reaching out for templates and formulas and scripts. And because I'm a professional actor, people didn't necessarily realize I was using a script, but I realized. And it was only when I stepped back and I looked at my own roots in improvisation and in being spontaneous on camera, but in a professional way, that everything started to open up for me. And then I became a published author. I ended up training senior leaders at Apple in China and how to be charismatic on camera. And now I train entrepreneurs, solopreneurs around the world so they can sell and serve and scale their business using the power of video.
I think that is such an amazing topic. And like you just mentioned, I think all of us, when the pandemic hit us, all of us, when we, moved into this stream, we all were lost. We didn't know how to do it, how to start, what to put as the background, what should be visible when we are sharing our screens. I think it was just a mess for everyone, no matter how experienced we were. So this one topic is going to be amazing on the day of the summit.
Thank you. I think there is a surprising need for it. I deal with professionals who have produced hundreds of videos, but they get stuck in a process and can't necessarily break out of it, through to people who are just starting out and very unsure, as you said, about green screens and lighting and how to just be on camera. So there's a big need, really, I think, across the spectrum.
Absolutely.
You may know I've done some work with David and I've done some work with other members of Zenler, and I just think it's wonderful to see people blossoming on camera and their sparkling personalities coming out and coming through the lens. And to me, there's nothing more inspiring than if I can facilitate just a part of that.
Absolutely. And I think this topic is very, very relevant to the coaching industry in particular, because the job of coaches is primarily to be there on camera, serve the global audience and teach their students through either a live one-on-one or probably a recording. But then again, it's video. So it's most relevant to the coaches, and that's the industry that we have as a part of Zenler community.
Yeah, that's right, ManMeet. And I think, if you think about it, think how many hours you watch of highly produced Hollywood, Bollywood. I live in China, it's bigger than Bollywood, professionally produced movies, and people are expecting, I think, a higher level of production and also a higher level of service from coaches and course creators. It's not really good enough anymore to hide behind our slides. I think we need to show who we are in all different shades of being, rather than simply focusing on content and hoping that the sheer detail of the information we give will be enough. I think standards are changing and they're shifting as we speak, and it's becoming a bit more like a mini Hollywood production. I mean, I don't know about you, but I'm now surrounded by lights and green screens, and a few years ago that would have been thought crazy, ridiculous, over the top, and now really it's a minimum requirement.
Exactly. I think I would agree to you. Even right now, I have multiple lights, cameras, and then wires all around. And when I have to move out of the room, when I move out and I look it from the outside, I feel, oh, it's such a mess. But all of this is helping me, present on camera. And like you said, a couple of years ago, I wouldn't have thought about it. So,
yeah,
absolutely.
And I think, one of the things I'm going to be focusing on, having mentioned tech, I'm not really going to be going into tech, because for me, the real challenge is not so much tech. That can be sorted out. I've got a PDF I can send people on that. But it's, how do we transcend the tech and really reach into that lens and reach our client, our audience, how do we get our heartfelt expertise, our knowledge and our joy for whatever that subject is that we're teaching through to people around the world, as you say. It's a bit of an art and it's harder than it looks. And there may well be people in the Zenler community who feel they're struggling with that, and particularly when we go live, because when we go live, there's no real safety net. My lights could fall over now. my green screen could collapse, and yes, we could say,
absolutely,
all right, we'll reshoot, we'll do it again. With a live, you can't do that. And so that creates an added layer of pressure on people who, I think, as a result, tend to fall back on some of the safety props that can diminish their presentation and their power.
Definitely, I believe that. Though whoever is listening to us right now, I would not want Howard to share all the information or, spill the beans on the talk for the day of the summit. But for sure, I would want if he could share a little sneak peek for the users who's listening to us. And Howard will be speaking at 11:45 p.m. BST, and he would be covering the blunders that we can make on live and how to avoid them and what to do about them. So a little sneak peek into the talk, Howard.
One sneak peek, man-meat. Nobody's listening, right?
No one's listening.
Here's the thing. There's a very famous story about a man who lost the key to his house. And he went all around the world looking for this key. In the end, he gave up. He went back home and the key was in his front door. And I tell you that story because in many cases, people are looking at other people presenting, and they're looking at the way they are, the way they sound, their personality, their look, their frame, and they're looking at the wrong thing. So one of the things I'm going to be revealing are the foundational principles of preparation before we ever get on camera that nearly everybody does not do. And without that foundation, the building we build on camera is going to be a bit shaky. So if you want to learn what that foundation is, please join me on the Zenler Summit. And there's also going to be other fantastic speakers and content. So I'm really looking forward to it.
Definitely. I am especially looking forward to your talk and learning from you and become a little more better in whatever I'm doing. And I'm sure there will be a lot of learning from your talk. If you're interested, please go ahead.
No, I was saying, if I can help you, if I can help anyone, I'm on a mission, man-meat, to make 1 million people more charismatic on camera. So I've still got a way to go.
I would love to be a part of those missions. Everybody who's listening to us right now, if you want to learn from Howard and especially learn how to conduct yourself on a live, make sure you register on zenlerlivesummit.newzenler.com. And we have 12 hours and 13 speakers, and Howard will be covering the talk at 11:45 p.m. BST. And don't worry, if you are in a different time zone and you would not be able to attend, you can still get a replay and you can watch it at your own convenience. So make sure whichever speaker you can listen to, others, you will get a replay. So make sure to make the most out of the summit. And we are very excited to host you on 11th of October.
I'm looking
so
forward
much,
to it.
Howard.
Thank you, Manmi. It's been a pleasure.
Same here, and I'm really looking forward to your talk. Bye for now.
Bye for now.